welcome to the Dice Tower. I'm Camilla Cleghorn.
I'm Joey Evans.
And today we're going to be taking a look at Minecraft Heroes of the Village. It's a Minecraft family game.
Family game.
Right, so this one does gear a little bit younger. The box says it's for 7+.
Right.
And so yeah, definitely meant to be more of a family game with your youngsters who are maybe interested in Minecraft.
Yeah.
So before we talk too much though, let's see how it plays.
Right.
Okay, this is how to play Minecraft Heroes of the Village. All right, first off, it's a pretty simple game. It's a family weight game. Again, this is not a full rules explanation. This is a quick overview to kind of let you know how the game works. But pretty much what you're going to have to do is you're going to try to build buildings, in this case, these 3 buildings, before these illagers get to the buildings. Now, how do you do that? Well, it's very simple. On your turn, you can do we can do 2 actions, and that is one of 4 actions. The first action is you can explore the world. And what do you do to explore the world? Well, first off, you'll notice the cubes here. There are also some cubes in this bag here. And what you start with really depends on what is on the back of your starting tile. In this case, we started with 4 of each. Now, we've got those in here. And each of these buildings are going to take different cubes, blocks, I guess, to build. So we're going to have to get those. So what we're going to have to happen first is you get 2 actions. So action 1, we can say, you know what? I'm going to explore the world. Now movement is free. Movement does not count to an action. So I'm going to go right over here, and we're going to explore this world. So grab this. This tells you which ones to put in. So in this case, I would put a gray, a brown, and a tan, I guess, in there. So these 3 get placed right in here. All right, now we've got more cubes in the bag. And flip it, and right here. Now, there's nothing on here. Some of these have mining spots like this, and some of them do not. So we're going to place this right here. Okay, so now we're here, so that's our first action. You can explore, so you can explore again. That way you add more cubes in there. You also have more places to hopefully mine and get different things. But instead, we're going to go to our second action, and because we get 2 actions, that is collect blocks. So because I'm here, and I'm gray, and tell you what, I'm going to try to go ahead and get some of these grays. I'm going to say, hey, I'm going for gray. So now I reach in here, pull out 3 cubes. Any gray ones I get to keep. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so I get to keep this gray one. So this one, since this is my character board here, all right, I'm going to place it on one of these spots that can hold a gray. So this shows that it can hold a gray. This one can hold any color, this one, and this one can hold red. Now again, I pull these out. I don't get to keep these because they don't match. If I would have pulled a red out, redstone don't have any spaces that you're going to pull. But if you pull a red out at any time, you can keep that. So if I would have pulled a red and a gray out, I could keep the red and the gray. Now, there's also black cubes in there. Now that does something totally different. So if I reach in here and I pull out, say I pull out these, and I was there mining gray. I get to keep the gray still, but this black cube here, well, the black cube means a mob is taken over. I put the black back inside, and then I take a mob, which is right here, and then I flip it over. All right, and we can see, there we go, that is a creeper. A creeper, and it shows a 6 right here. So a creeper is going to go ahead here, and this way it is now, I cannot mine here. Okay, so until this creeper is defeated, this mob is defeated, I can't mine here. I can go elsewhere and mine, but if I need this, I need to take care of this guy. So that brings us to the third action you can do, and that is fight a mob. So this right here shows a 6. So what I would do is I would grab this die right here, and I would roll. Now here's where it gets interesting. He's a 6. Some of these are 3, 4, 5, and 6. I think it's actually just 4, 5, and 6. So the difficulty varies. This guy will only be defeated on a 6. When fighting him, I can roll the die 3 times. So here you go. First one, roll. All right, there we go. That is back. Now what this symbol means right here is this means the illagers are intimidated. They started at 9. They're going to go back 10. Okay? I roll again, and I rolled a 6. Let's say I rolled one of these. The illager symbol. If I roll that, well, on my second roll, they move forward. Now I've got one more roll. So I roll, and let's say I rolled a 6. That was very lucky. So I rolled a 6. I have now beaten this creeper, and he has exploded in Minecraft fashion. So I take him away, and as a reward, I can reach in here, I grab 3 cubes, and I get to keep any one I want. Okay? There's also a black one. Now, if I grab this, I could keep this, and this can be used as a wild to build. So I'll go ahead and place that. Whoever did it, this should be at their turn. So if this guy did it, I'd place it right here. Okay? So that is the fight a mob action. Now you can also do a build action. So say it's a time to build right here. So to build, you can contribute. Let's say we're going ahead a little bit further in the game and we've got this going on here. So I'm going to go ahead and say build, and I can then contribute to all of these. I'm going to go ahead and take all of these to number 3. Okay? See, I need 2 browns, a gray, and a tan. So I'm going to take 1 brown, put it here, gray, and this guy is wild, so I'm going to place him here. And the red I'm going to put up here. Okay? So I have contributed to that. And they're not fully built, but at least it's going to be a little bit easier to get there. All right, so that is it. And the end of my turn, I am going to roll this, the little illager die. So you're going to roll it, and most of them have nothing. Nothing happens. But then if this happens, they're going to move 1 step forward. They're on 9 now. They go to 8. Now you will notice as they get closer to the village, there are 3 cubes here. So if this is rolled again later, he moves up to 7. This black cube goes in the bag. All right? And then 6, 5, each time one of those cubes is going to go into the bag, meaning it's more dangerous, you're digging deeper, and you have a better chance of pulling out a mob or a dark cube. So you pretty much go until you get any of these buildings created, and once you get them made, you take them, place them on their stands, and put them in the village. And you get to keep moving around and mining, grabbing cubes, and trying to build the buildings. Very simple. Now, one thing you will notice here is you have a person and a pet. This guy right here. We've got this guy right here. Looks like he's right off of Parks and Rec. And then we have got a llama. And everybody here, the animals give you different abilities. In this case, the llama here actually gives you another pouch to put more cubes in. Because as of now, we only have 3 spots and 1 for red. But here we can go and have 1 extra spot. So that is pretty much the way it works. That is the way, in a nutshell, how you play Heroes of the Village, the Minecraft game. All right, let's send it back and see what we thought about it.
Now, I made mention that this is the family game and it's geared towards the younger kids, right? The 7+. Yep. How do you feel about that? What did you find? Because I have a 10-year-old, yep, and then you have a 6-year-old.
Right.
So what did you find with the age on this?
I thought she's 6, and I'm not one of those parents like, she's 6, but she can play TI4. You know, she's 6 and she's 6. You know, so it's like, but she enjoyed this. There's nothing, I don't know, 7 seems high. Mm-hmm. I mean, she played it, really, you're just rolling die and you're moving to the point to where I read through the instructions and I read them again. I'm like, am I missing something? But no, it's very straightforward. But the thing is, although it's straightforward, there is a game there.
Right.
You know, and
there's meaningful decisions.
There
still,
are,
even though it's young. Yeah, I do agree that I think that 7+ is high. I think this is one of the times that the publishers had to do that because of the size of the pieces. You know, for like safety hazards and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Actually, playability wise, I would say that even like 5.
I think
like
so too.
5+ could play this
I agree.
and make decent enough decisions for themselves. Yeah. I think that it does have a cap on the other end, though. I think this gears more towards a kid's game than less of a family game. Yes. It was right. My 10-year-old, who is not a gamer, was kind of, he was done by the end. You know, he was starting to check out about halfway through. He wasn't super enthralled. So I think that this actually kind of has a cap on how old they will be and still enjoy it.
I can see that. And now, on the flip side of that, Julia wanted to play it again. You know, she wanted to, she afterwards, because we lost, and she wanted to do it again, which is always a great thing. And it's short, too. Yeah. Which you can do that.
Right. Whereas my son has not asked again. In fact, you know, we have a couple of these Minecraft games. This is his least favorite.
Right. Because it is very light.
It is. And I think that had to do more with the interest, not the actual game. So let's go back to the game there as well. It is very light and very simple. I do like that. I like that there's just a couple things that you can do on your turn. My favorite design choice in this, though, is that movement is not an action.
I like that a lot. And that's one of the reasons I had to read a couple times. I'm like, so you can just go wherever you want to.
And it can interrupt your 2 actions.
Exactly. You just move over here, try this.
Yeah. And so it gives them this feeling of it being an open world, and they can go, like in the video game, they can go anywhere they want. But it doesn't take the action. They still get to do something. It's not a wasted turn of, okay, fine, I moved and now I fight. No, I fight. Oh, I didn't quite get it. I can fight again. You know, and so it just feels good to not have that count for an action.
And it gives a speed they're used to in life and in a game.
Absolutely.
And it's like, because so many games get bogged down, it's like, I got to move over here. So my whole turn is movement.
Right.
That is not going to work for a younger kid.
Absolutely.
They want to be doing something. And in this one, you are.
You are. It gets you to the action.
Right.
Right. It's you can see the whole world and everything you can do, and you can go do it without a hindrance and an obstacle. So I did think that's my favorite design choice of this game. I also think it's a really good implementation of the theme.
I do too. And you know what? It's funny how I thought there are no minis for the monsters of the mob, or whatever they called it. But it's really fun. You flip, they're like, ooh, it's an Enderman. Ooh, it's a creeper. And that was really exciting for them.
As well as some of them are harder to kill, right? There's 6 because they are. I don't know Enderman from a Mine Dragon. I don't know. But he does, and he knows why 1 is hard, and he knows why that extra ability character has that special variability with it. And I want to talk about that as well. I love the animal companions that give you...
Those are so cute.
Right. 1, they're adorable, and 2, they make you feel unique without being overbearing. And it's right there printed on the player board that you build.
Yeah.
I think that is so great because they got to customize it. They feel custom. You get to custom put your little character together so you're seeing your animal companion, and the power is written right on your board. So smooth.
Yeah, and that's what she liked more than anything. And you can also choose a character, the pets, I guess, that are easier to use than the other ones, but most of them are easy, and you move around. Like the llama, I think, just gives you extra places to store or something.
Right.
Everything is very simple and straightforward. The entire game is streamlined.
It is. And I like that, because of the interconnectivity of them, you can be the character. You can be Steve if that's the one that you really like, but still have the wolf that's going to help you fight because that's your play style. You can really customize it, which is why the panda, which is why they like, I think it's actually the wolf or the horse. I don't know who fights. Whatever. Again, I'm really big into theme, but I know nothing about Minecraft, even though I've been talked to about it for about 79 hours. So I think that it has really good, interesting, they feel like they build a character, which is why they play this game. They like the building, they like the exploration, the full world. I think that theme translates very well into this game at a very, very simple, superficial level.
And it even includes something like, I love quacks, right? And obviously I'm not going to play with my child. But this has that bag building type thing. It's not a push your luck, but it is the fact that I need gray cubes. I'm going to go to gray and like, here we go. Let's reach in and grab 3. That's pretty exciting. And you pull out a black one, you're like, oh, now that's covered. Until someone calls. Those little decisions are streamlined and also prepare them for later games if they want to play down the road. Yeah. I love that. There's something about all of us reaching into that bag and pulling like, oof, you got it. Yeah.
Yeah, but you've also built the bag, and so you have that, you understand that statistics that you've built into it,
Yes, or you teach them that because you're like, look, you need to go there because you need a gray, and remember, there are no grays in there now.
Right.
That's a really fun teaching moment.
Right, absolutely. Well, I usually make you go first, but I'll go first. Okay. Just to... be kind.
What?
I know, right?
Kind?
Yeah. Don't get used to it. So I'm going to come in at a 7.5 on this one. Yeah. That's a real strong recommendation from me. I think that it has very interesting play. I think it's a good implementation of the theme, but I do find it to be a little bit too simple. It's a weird, it's a little bit simple in what you can do, that it overstays its welcome on the table a little bit, but it's just complex enough, like there's just enough options to do on your turn that I think that younger crowd, that age 5, 6, maybe even 7, are going to need a player aid just to remember everything they can do. And it doesn't have a player aid. I don't understand why, because both the other Minecraft games from Ravensburger do have that, a player aid that shows the turn structure and what you can do. So I don't understand why it's not included. So to me, it's like it's too simple, but also complex enough that I think that the younger crowd needs that visual, and they don't get it. So for that, it does take a little bit of a dock for me. That being said, the gameplay for the younger crowds, if they have an interest in this theme, I think is very well implemented and in pretty streamlined play. So 7.5 for me.
I agree. I come in around the exact same thing, 7.5.
Okay.
And really because my daughter loved it, personally, I'd like to push her into Marvel United, things like that she can play with training wheels, with you guiding them. But this is the type of game that the decisions are their own. You know, there's only 4 actions I think you can do. So I wish it was a little spiced up a bit more. But if you look at it purely from your child, they're going to love this game. If they like Minecraft, see those characters, switch out their animals, and the combinations of different, people and animals they can have, I do like it a lot. So it's a fun game. And honestly, although I like the Minecraft ones more, this one will probably be played in my house more than the other two because it is simpler.
Absolutely. I think for that time period, for those younger kids, this one
Right.
probably is not the best of them, but it's going to get lots of table time because of what it is.
Yeah, if your kid is younger, 5, 6, 7, this is great.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, well, that's it for us. We've been taking a look at Minecraft. I can never remember the name. Heroes of the Village.
Yes.
That's a seal of approval from both of us.
Yep.
So check it out. I'm Camilla Cleghorn.
I'm Joey Evans.
We'll see you next time.
Yep. But get a panda.
Wolf. Gotta have the wolf.
So